When we get together with someone, we all want harmony and respect. We want someone we can trust, and most of all, we want someone who will love and care for us. But things don't always go as planned. Over time, you may realize that you're stuck in a relationship that is doing more harm than good. It's hard to figure out what went wrong, and you keep wondering if you should stay in the relationship. Today, let's talk about 11 toxic behaviors from your partner that you should not ignore or forgive. These behaviors are not only signs of an imbalance in the relationship, but they are also often red flags that the relationship can't go on. To protect yourself and find a better relationship, not being able to tolerate might be the best thing to do. By taking a different view from Stoicism, you will learn how important personal values and standards are. This is also a way to be kind to yourself and keep your own happiness safe. If you're single, knowing these behaviors can help you avoid pain. If you're in a relationship, it can help you judge your partner or figure out what's going on so you can fix it. If you liked this video, please share it with someone who might be interested. Let's pay attention and begin. 1. They are always lying. Honesty is an important part of relationships because it builds trust. This idea comes from Stoic philosophy, which encourages living in harmony with virtue and truth. Long-term people who lie often try to hide the consequences of their lies by creating a false picture of themselves. This goes against the Stoic ideal of living an honest and pure life. Imagine that you're in a relationship and find out that your partner has been lying to you about important things like their finances or how they feel about the relationship. This level of dishonesty not only breaks trust, but also builds a foundation of lies that can't support a healthy long-term relationship. When you find out that someone you trusted wasn't who they seemed to be, it can be very disappointing and betrayal. From a Stoic point of view, it's important to deal with these kinds of situations with clarity and resolve. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, said that we shouldn't be fooled by appearances, but should try to understand what things are really like. In relationships, this means putting honesty first and being ready to end relationships with people who can't do this. You deserve a partner who tells you their true self, including their flaws and strengths. This real openness encourages a stronger bond and growth for both parties. If you put up with dishonesty, it's like letting a poison seep into your relationship and slowly destroy trust, respect, and love. So, in a relationship, never put up with constant lying. Stick to the Stoic values of truth and honor. It's better to face the harsh truth than to live with a comfortable lie. Spend time with people who value and practice honesty. This will lead to deeper and more satisfying relationships. By doing this, you will build relationships based on trust and mutual respect, which are important for a happy and fulfilling life. Secondly, they always put you down. Making you feel worthless is a form of mental abuse that can be hard to spot at first. This kind of behavior often starts subtly with small things, like a hurtful comment or a disapproving look. Over time, these small actions can add up and make you doubt your own worth. Your partner may make you believe that you're not deserving of love and respect, and that everyone else is better than you. By doing this over and over again, they gain more control over you. Among the many forms of mental abuse are insults, comparisons to others, and insulting remarks. For example, your partner might say things like, "Why can't you be more like someone else?" Or, "You're so stupid. How did you not know that?" These comments are meant to make you feel small and unimportant. In a relationship, you and your partner should never feel inadequate. Instead, you should help each other become better versions of yourselves. This is in line with the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control and working to improve yourself. You deserve to be in a relationship where you are valued and respected, not torn down. For example, if your partner constantly criticizes your looks or skills, they are not helping your growth. Instead, they are getting in the way. A partner who supports you would push you to follow your interests and help you gain confidence in your strengths. In Stoicism, it's important to know your own worth and not let other people take it away. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, said that we shouldn't depend on other people for our happiness. If your partner makes you feel worthless, it's a clear sign that the relationship isn't working for you. Remember that a healthy relationship should make you feel loved, respected, and empowered. If you're not getting those things, it might be time to reevaluate the relationship. Stoics believe in self-respect and personal growth, so don't put up with feeling worthless. Number 3, they try to control every part of your life. When you're in a relationship, it's normal to have thoughts and opinions about each other, whether it's about how they talk, dress, eat, or think. Sharing your thoughts is an important part of being close, but Stoicism says there's a thin line between having opinions and trying to control everything about someone. Stoics believe that true happiness comes from within, and that we should focus on controlling our own actions and reactions instead of other people's. They believe that personal freedom and autonomy are very important. This is very important in relationships. If your partner tries to control every part of your life, it can create a toxic dynamic where your individuality is stifled. Imagine being with someone who tells you all the time what to wear, how to talk, and even who you can and cannot talk to. This kind of behavior is not only annoying, it shows that they don't respect your autonomy and individuality. You should be able to say what you want, make your own decisions, and live your life based on your ideals. Both partners can grow and be their real selves in a healthy relationship. If your partner doesn't like a certain hobby or interest, they might try to stop you from pursuing it. If your partner doesn't like certain friends, they might try to cut you off from them. These are all red flags that your partner is trying to control you from a Stoic point of view. Remember how important it is to set boundaries and keep your inner freedom. Epictetus, a famous Stoic thinker, said that we should only think about and do things that we can control. When someone tries to control you, they are going too far. A partner should help you grow, not hold you back. In a good relationship, both people should be able to be themselves. If you find yourself constantly changing to please your partner, it might be time to look at the relationship again. True love and respect mean accepting each other's differences and helping each other grow as people. In a relationship, you should never let someone try to control everything about you. Be firm in your values, set clear boundaries, and remember that your freedom and individuality are non-negotiable. Focusing on your own actions and letting go of the need to control others is Stoic wisdom that will not only boost your self-respect, but also make your relationship more balanced and respectful. No matter how much someone says they love you, if they hurt you, those words don't mean anything. Stoicism tells us to judge people by what they do, not what they say. When someone uses physical violence, it's clear that they don't respect or love you. They also don't respect themselves. Stoics like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius said that love is shown through actions that nurture, protect, and elevate others, not through actions that hurt them. You must understand that there's nothing you can do or say that justifies physical violence. Think about a partner who hits you during a fight and then says they did it because you made them angry. According to the Stoic philosophy, this is a way to get you to take the blame. Being responsible for yourself and having self-control are your partner's inability to control their anger, and violence is a major flaw in their character, not yours. For example, if your partner repeatedly pushes or grabs you in anger, they might say sorry later and make a promise to do better. Acts speak louder than words. so it won't happen again. People who follow the Stoic way of life believe that words should match actions. If someone really cares about you, they will never mean to hurt you. If you're being physically abused, you need to find the courage to leave, no matter how hard it may seem. Your safety and well-being must come first. Get help from someone you trust, like a friend, family member, or professional. There are also many groups that help people who are in abusive situations. Remember that Stoicism tells us to value ourselves and our inner peace. Tolerating physical violence is not a sign of strength or resilience. It means that your lines are being crossed. Stay true to yourself and your honor by staying away from bad situations. You deserve a relationship based on love, respect, and honesty, where words and deeds match up. 5. They cheat on you. Some non-traditional relationships allow for more than one partner, which is fine as long as everyone agrees to it. However, most committed relationships assume monogamy unless you and your partner have had a clear talk about what is and isn't okay. Infidelity is a clear breach of the trust that holds your relationship together. If you find out your partner has been cheating on you, they may try to convince you that you're being overly sensitive or overreacting. They may even tell you to get over yourself. But it's okay to feel hurt and disrespected. From a Stoic point of view, it's important to know that your feelings are valid and your boundaries are significant. Stoic philosophy teaches us to put our inner peace and self-respect above all else. If someone cheats on you and truly apologizes, it's up to you to decide if they deserve your forgiveness. But remember that forgiving someone doesn't mean forgetting them. This kind of betrayal is often hard to get over because it always stays in the back of your mind. Stoic philosopher Epicurus said, "It's not what happens to you that matters, but how you react to it." You can pick how to respond to some people. Cheating is a real problem because people can't stay true, no matter how hard they try or how great their partner is. This behavior shows a lack of self-control and respect for both the person and their partner. From a Stoic point of view, it's important to know that your feelings are real and your boundaries are important. Stoicism tells us to put our own happiness and self-respect above all else. If someone cheats on you and truly feels bad about it, you should decide if they deserve your forgiveness. But keep in mind that forgiving someone doesn't mean forgetting what happened. This kind of betrayal is often hard to get over because it always stays in the back of your mind. The Stoic philosopher Epicurus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." For some people, this means that they can choose how they will react. It's a real problem when people turn on their partners, no matter how hard they try or how great their partner is. This behavior shows that they don't respect themselves or their partner enough. You need to decide when enough is enough and walk away. The Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control applies here. You can't control your partner's actions, but you can control your own. Walking away from someone who cheats is an act of self-respect and self-care. As the saying goes, don't lower your standards. You can reasonably expect your partner to be true. To help you do this, think about the lessons of Stoicism that stress living in line with your values. Most likely, trust and loyalty are two of those values. If you put up with cheating, you give up on your values, which can cause conflict and unhappiness in your relationship. So stick to your principles. If someone cheats on you, see it as a breach of trust and a sign that they don't value the relationship as much as you do. In that case, it's best to let go and look for a relationship where mutual respect and trust are upheld. If you've made it this far and are still with me, please take a moment to comment, "Never tolerate below." This small action shows that you're interested in and connected to our discussion. Now let's move on to number 6. They often go ghost. Imagine you're dating and things are going well, but all of a sudden your partner stops talking to you, calling or texting you. Nothing but silence. When you're just getting to know someone, ghosting can be very upsetting, but when you're in a serious relationship, it's just not okay. From a Stoic point of view, relationships are based on mutual respect. Communication and understanding going missing without a trace or ghosting goes against these rules. Remember that relationships need ongoing work and communication. It's unfair and unkind to disappear without warning and leave your partner in the dark. For example, if you and your partner have a small argument, they should talk it out instead of disappearing for days without talking to you again. This shows that they aren't mature enough to care about your feelings. You're left wondering what went wrong, hurt, and confused. In a different scenario, you and your partner are planning a weekend together. You're excited and have made all the plans, but your partner doesn't show up and stops responding to your messages. This leaves you disappointed and makes you question how reliable and serious your relationship is. Ghosting is a form of mental neglect because it shows that you don't care about how the other person feels. Having a good relationship. Stoicism says that we should expect more from ourselves and others in our relationships because we earn it. So we shouldn't put up with this kind of behavior. Partners who talk to each other openly, even when things aren't going well, should let you know if something comes up and your partner needs some time alone. A simple message explaining their need for space shows respect and care. It's about keeping the lines of communication open and showing that they value the relationship enough to be honest. Never let ghosting happen in a relationship. Be firm in your demands for mutual respect and open communication. A relationship based on Stoic principles values honesty and kindness, making sure that both partners feel safe and appreciated. Seventh, they use emotional blackmail against you, which is a big problem in relationships. This strategy is a clear sign of immaturity and has nothing to do with Stoic ideals. Emotional blackmail is when your ex-partner uses your flaws, secrets, and easy targets to get what they want from you. This is very unhealthy behavior that should never be accepted. Imagine that your partner constantly makes you feel bad for not doing what they want, or even worse, they threaten to leave you if you don't. This kind of manipulation uses your emotions to control you. It's bad for your mental health and breaks down the trust and respect that are the building blocks of any strong relationship. In a healthy relationship, open and honest communication is key. You should be able to talk about your differences without worrying about being manipulated. Even if you disagree, you should be willing to understand each other's points of view and find a middle ground. This fits with Stoic beliefs that stress how important it is to reason, self-control, and mutual respect are all important. For example, if your partner tries to control you by saying, "If you really love me, you would do this for me," they are using emotional blackmail. A Stoic method would tell you to stay calm and respond with reason. I know how strongly you feel about this, but let's talk about why it's important to you and see if we can come up with a solution that works for both of us. Number 8. They don't believe in you. A little jealousy can be cute and even flattering because it can show care and affection. But when jealousy turns into a lack of trust, it's a serious problem that should never be tolerated. Imagine that you've always been honest and open with your partner, but despite your best efforts, they keep accusing you of cheating or being unfaithful. You've given them no reason to doubt your loyalty, but they keep accusing you of it. From a Stoic point of view, this situation is not only uncomfortable, it's also a red flag. Trust is very important. Marcus Aurelius said that honesty and truthfulness are important in all areas of life, including relationships. If your partner doesn't trust you for no good reason, it says more about them than it does about you. Their inability to trust could be caused by deep-seated insecurities or unresolved issues from the past. If your partner was betrayed in a previous relationship, this unhealed wound can make them overly cautious and suspicious, even when there's no real threat. It's normal to feel sorry for them and want to help them heal, but it's important to remember that their healing is their responsibility. As Stoics teach, we can only control how we react to others. Have an open and honest conversation with your partner about your feelings. Be clear about your intentions and reassure them of your commitment and integrity. Being open and honest can often clear up misunderstandings and build trust, but if the charges and mistrust keep happening, it might be time to think about ending the relationship. If your partner constantly questions your loyalty for no reason, they are not honoring the trust that is essential to a healthy relationship. They may need to work on their problems on their own, getting professional help or personal growth to get over their insecurities. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond that counts. How you react to it, that counts." If your partner still doesn't trust you, it's important to look out for your own health and happiness. You deserve a relationship based on mutual trust and respect. Ultimately, someone who can't trust isn't ready for a healthy relationship. They need to work through their problems before they can offer the trust and respect that a strong partnership needs. As a Stoic, know that while you can lend support, they are responsible for their own growth. One of the worst things that can happen. 9. The worst things that can happen in a relationship are when one partner tries to keep you away from your family and friends. Isolation like this is a clear sign of a controlling personality. In Stoicism, society and relationships are seen as important parts of a good life. Being cut off from your support system can make you feel bad and lose your perspective. Think about you start dating someone who seems wonderful at first. Slowly they begin to make subtle comments about your friends, suggesting they don't have your best interests at heart. They might insist on spending more time together, making you feel guilty for wanting to see your family before you know it. You're making excuses not to attend family gatherings or hang out with your friends. This is a classic tactic used by controlling partners to gain full control over you. A Stoic would advise against tolerating this behavior. According to Stoicism, we must maintain our personal autonomy and not allow others to dictate our lives by isolating you. A controlling partner aims to become the sole influence in your life, making it easier for them to manipulate and control you. This goes against the Stoic principle of maintaining independence and inner peace. For example, let's say you used to have a weekly dinner with your best friends over time. Your partner starts scheduling conflicting plans or expressing jealousy over your friendships. You might think it's a small sacrifice to make your partner happy, but this is a slippery slope. To be patient, you would have to understand how important these relationships are and set clear limits. I respect the time I spend with my family and friends, and it's important for me to keep these connections. Remember that in a good relationship, your partner should support and encourage your relationships with other people, not try to cut them off. If you feel like this is happening, let your partner know. Talk to your partner about their behavior in a straight and assertive way. Let them know that you value your relationship and won't let it be harmed. A real partner will know and accept this, but a controlling one will show their true colors. In other words, you should never put up with being away from your family and friends. Respect your group and keep your independence, as the wise Stoics say. Don't let anyone take away the people who make you feel good and support you. Number 10. They don't care about how you feel in any relationship. Ignoring your feelings can make you feel unimportant and misunderstood. This shows a lack of empathy and respect, which are important for a healthy and supportive relationship. If your partner tells you things like, "You're overreacting," or "That's not a big deal," they are downplaying your feelings and invalidating your experiences, according to Stoicism. It's important to understand and validate other people's feelings. Seneca stressed the importance of compassion and empathy in relationships. He thought that true strength comes from being able to connect with and understand other people's feelings while treating them with respect and kindness. For example, if you've had a hard day at work and are feeling down, you might come home hoping that your partner will help you feel better, but they don't. If your partner tells you, "It's just work, get over it," it hurts and creates a wall between you, making it hard to feel connected and supported. In a different example, you might tell your partner how excited you are about a personal achievement, and they'll play it down, saying it's not that impressive. This not only takes away from your joy, but it also makes you feel unappreciated and undervalued. Stoicism teaches us how to build relationships where our feelings are seen and valued. A good partner will listen to you, understand how you feel, and agree with what you're saying. They don't have to agree with everything you say, but they should try to see things your way and help you. Don't put up with a partner who doesn't care about your feelings. Instead, look for someone who does. This doesn't mean finding someone who always agrees with you. It means finding someone who cares about your feelings and is there for you when they happen. Being with someone like that helps you both grow emotionally and spiritually. In relationships, it's important to set limits and stand up for yourself. If your partner ignores your feelings all the time, it means there are deeper problems that need to be dealt with. Remember what Stoicism taught you. 11. They don't believe in your success. In a healthy relationship, one of the core values is mutual support. You should want to see each other succeed and push each other to do more. Celebrating victories, big and small, together is a sign of a strong bond. When you do well in school, get a raise at work, or accomplish something important, your partner should be your biggest cheerleader and genuinely happy for your success. But some people feel scared by their partner's successes, so instead of celebrating with you, they might play down your achievements and not help you when you need it the most. They might even try to stop you from going above and beyond. This kind of behavior comes from feeling insecure and wanting to stay in charge or better than the other person in the relationship. For example, if you worked hard to get a promotion at work, your partner might not congratulate you and instead say it's just a title and doesn't mean much, or they might downplay your excitement. From a Stoic point of view, this can be very hurtful and can slowly lower your motivation and self-esteem. A good relationship isn't a battle. It's a partnership and a friendship where both people help each other out. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, said that people should be happy for others' successes and be there for them. He also said that envy and jealousy are bad feelings that hurt relationships. Think of one more case. Your partner might not support your decision to get more education to advance your career. Instead, they might say, "Why bother? It's a waste of time," or they might make it hard for you to study. This kind of lack of support and attempts to stop your growth are red flags that should not be tolerated in relationships. We should follow the Stoic principle of celebrating the success of others and be the kind of partners who lift each other up, not drag each other down. A partner who feels threatened by your success is not only insecure, but also not emotionally mature enough for a good relationship. You need to be with someone who celebrates your wins as if they were their own, someone who stands by you and pushes you to reach new heights. If your partner can't do that, you might want to think about ending the relationship. Remember that a real partnership is based on respect, support, and genuine happiness for each other's successes. Thank you for joining us as we talked about the most important signs of a bad relationship. Remember that you should never have to settle for less than what you deserve in a relationship. Trust your gut, put your happiness first, and don't be afraid to leave situations that are bad for you. If this video spoke to you, please give it a thumbs up and think about sending it to your friends to help get the word out about how important it is to have good relationships. Please feel free to leave a comment below if you want to share your ideas and experiences. Share your own stories or just type "No more toxic relationships" to show support for people who are trying to make better, more satisfying connections. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. We have a lot more insights and advice on how to build stronger, more fulfilling relationships, and many other topics that you might be interested in. Check out the recommended videos on your screen for more advice and strategies on how to build stronger, more resilient relationships based on Stoic principles. Each one is made to help you live a life full of respect, love, and honesty. Thanks for watching, and until then, remember to take care of yourself because you earn it.